Doing what I feel with no regrets. Constantly forgiving, but I'm never gonna forget. Always keeping my composure. I won't let them see me sweat. The only thing that really matters is the power and respect.
In the song, back live with the Mac 5 podcast, chilling with the bros again.
Oh, he got a tagline now.
Back live with
Back live
I was about to say, I
Mac
like that.
5.
We came
I
with
didn't even catch that.
Say that again.
Live with the
He was waiting. I know you've been thinking about that.
Hey, bro.
We're gonna do that one.
He just fucked that. He didn't even tell nobody either. He just threw it out there like I
Throw it
got
out
y'all.
there. We on it. So, episode 4 of the Mac 5 podcast. Just chilling with the bros once again. This is Drew. I'm back here with the Pepto Bismol boys. We got Jordan in the building.
Wow.
We got Lance in the building.
My boy Drew is on point today.
He on his shit right
I
now.
like it. I like it.
Damn.
We got Lake in the building.
Now,
What's
bro.
up? What's up?
Right, man. We got Austin in the building.
Yes, sir.
So we done got into, our backstory. We done got into some sports topics. We done got into Kobe. We done got into Trump getting up out of here. But one thing we ain't got into is, the ladies. And with Valentine's Day coming up, we wanted to dedicate an episode to y'all. So
To the ladies.
Can we do a
toast to the ladies.
Yeah.
Hey, don't forget Austin this time.
Make sure y'all don't leave me hanging.
I'll get you first.
My guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
so
that good shit.
Boy.
just to kick it off, I know we kind of touched on it a little bit throughout the podcast if you've been paying attention, but let's get in everybody's relationship status real quick. I guess I'll start. I'm married, been with my wife for 6 years, 6 and some change now. What about y'all? What y'all feeling on?
I'm single and not really ready to mingle, but if the vibe is right, then the time is right. You feel me?
Oh, all y'all on point. What's up with y'all? I got to think about what I'm going to say. Dang. Well, I ain't got nothing to say. I'm married. I've been married for 8 years now. I've been together 10 years.
Almost 9 now, right? Oh, not yet.
Yeah, it's hitting
8.
We hit 8 March.
2013.
Yeah, March 8th. 8 years.
I am married to this money. I'm trying now. I'm single, but focusing on stacking up right now. Like Lance, the time is right. Feel me? I'm always open, but right now, yeah, I'm single.
And I'm definitely in a happy relationship, going on 3 years now. We also share a daughter. So
Yeah,
I'm all the way out the game.
yeah.
All the way out.
that
Jersey and the
known.
Raptors.
All the way.
Up there.
Trying to get to where y'all boys at, man.
Are you really?
Yeah, man. I think I alluded to that on the last episode.
You did allude to that.
did.
You more than alluded to it.
Yeah, I got a little personal, but
Nah,
it's all good.
That's what's up, man. I think that's been a goal for everybody in this family. It's funny. I was telling Fantasia, I remember going all the way back to like 13 years old, knowing that one day I was gonna be married with kids. Like it was just like a definite part of my future. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
you know what's crazy? Like, growing up when you little, like, when I was, like, 13, 10, whatever, like, just because what we saw growing up, our parents get married so young, like, I thought that I would have had kids by the time I was 25.
Yep.
Like, for sure.
Married
same
and
here.
everything.
I'm sure we all thought that. Also, you was the only one who
You the only one
actually
that
executed
I
on that
was-
vision.
I was shooting the club up, man. I was
Going crazy.
I was going crazy.
I need to wait. After babysitting. Austin. I know once y'all daughters get a little older. Yeah, I wanted like 6 kids when I was little too.
Yeah.
No more.
We all wanted to go crazy.
Yep.
And
I don't
still
know about
want a big
6
family.
kids.
Damn, nigga.
It's my fault, bro.
Go ahead, big dog.
Go ahead, bro.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
This nigga really forgot, though.
I forgot. Go ahead, my guy. You got it.
No, I didn't have nothing to say. I just said I didn't want no 6 kids. Probably around like 3 or 4, and then I saw Austin's kids, and it went down to like 2 or 1.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I want more than one, but I don't know if I should have said that on the podcast. You know what I'm saying?
You see, I'm keeping my mouth shut.
It's all good.
Not saying a
You know what
word.
time it is.
I mean, the idea is that all of us had an idea of what we wanted our family life like to be like, and before, you know what I'm saying, before we were old enough to even date, you know what I'm saying. I told Fantasia, I was like, man, you lucked up. You lucky I chose you. You know what I'm saying? Shit, somebody was getting chosen.
Hey, on a more serious note, that does kind of like, it is like a testament to how we was raised, as we kind of alluded to earlier. But even before we ever got the, having kids talk or married talk, our parents always, was telling us, make sure you find and choose the right one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't be one of these, people out here that, got multiple kids with multiple baby mamas and, all the different drama that can come in between and all that. And, not, judging or talking, to anybody who, is in that situation.
Not at all.
But, that's just how we came up. If you can, do it right the first time so you don't have to, go through that type of situation over and over and over again. So,
Austin said it the last episode. The woman you choose to be with, it shapes everything.
Everything,
So,
bro.
it really does. So,
Let me ask y'all a question. What are some sacrifices, some things that y'all used to do daily
Sacrifices.
before getting into a relationship? Not as far as kids, but like just your relationship with women. With
I
your
mean,
wives
shoot.
or-
Once you get married, you pretty much turn into Thanos. You sacrifice everything. It's like, what did I sacrifice?
everything.
Everything. Nah, I don't know. I got that marinate. Drew, what you think about that? That might be
yeah,
good.
I'm trying to let it marinate right now, but I'll kind of talk as it's marinating.
I'll start then.
Go ahead.
There you go.
All right, so the first thing for me, I'm very big about like my time and my space. Like especially because before I got into the relationship I'm in now, I was single for years. Just like you know, I've been single for years, so I've got very accustomed to doing things when I want to, how I want to, without having to answer to anybody, without having to all of that stuff. Once you start getting into a committed relationship with somebody, your time doesn't just become your time anymore. You have to be mindful of, the stuff that you're doing and, whether it's including your significant other in your plans or whatever, or whether it's just, okay, you want to do something, but maybe your significant other wants to do something else. Not to mention, whatever you do out there in public, whatever the case may be, is a direct reflection on whoever it is that you're dealing with. So if you're out here looking crazy, your girl out here looking crazy, or your dude out here looking crazy. So it's like having to put yourself in a different mindset, especially when you've been single for so long.
That boy Jordan been listening to Steve Harvey.
No, that's the last nigga I've been listening to. But I mean, this is being real about it.
You're absolutely right, though.
You
I
have
think
to
I can,
not be so selfish.
I could obviously agreeing with what Jordan's saying, but just along with that, obviously just being able to move freely, like that's probably maybe the biggest sacrifice. And obviously it's not that big of a deal because I enjoy spending time with my family. I enjoy spending time with my wife even before we had a daughter. Just being able to kind of like go somewhere without even like ever having to check in. It's like, oh, I'm going here. I'm going to go kick it with the homies. I'm going to go do this. I'm going to go run here. Like I said, it's not really too much of a sacrifice because it ain't really too much of a big deal. But just like it's times like where the homies are linked and I'm like, yeah, I ain't going out this time. Or it's pretty much been like this all year for COVID. But even like before that, you pretty much got to like pick and choose your spots on like when you got to hang out with your homies. A lot of times I do it like when she already has plans. That's when I like kind of like move, like, yeah, but what she was doing, I was able to kind of like schedule my stuff around what she was doing. So that's the best way to make it work. But as far as sacrifices, I mean, just being considerate of another being other than yourself is just a huge, I guess, shift from what you are when you're single. Like you guys, I was even single probably for like 5 years before I met her. So
I
Damn.
don't know what that's like.
Damn. That's a long time. I was single for 5 minutes, boy, before Fantasia scooped me up.
So for me, I've been single for a minute, but I guess I have my little situationships. I'll call it that, like to where we're not all the way committed in a relationship, but I'm still with someone to a certain extent. So it's been a minute for me, but at the same time, I haven't. I've still been around women.
So do you have to make sacrifices in a situationship too?
Hell no. So I mean, it depends. So like you lay out your, I guess your wants and needs, your guidelines, or what to expect before even getting into a situation. Actually, I changed my mind. You do. Of course, they still want to go out, spend time with you, but not to the extent where you got to check in.
For sure.
Let them know where you going or who you hanging out with. Nah. Nah, B.
All right, so now I know this is more so dedicated to the ladies, and I'm sure we'll get more into that later on. But you did bring up a very good topic just now. I kind of want your input since you are single.
Okay.
So what exactly?
Lance's input too?
No, I mean him too. But I'm just since you're talking,
My bad.
what what do you feel like would be that distinction between being in a situationship with somebody to then being on a full-fledged relationship with that same person?
You about to give away the keys to the whip, boy. Hey, they watching right now, waiting, man, taking notes.
Just in your personal perspective, like what do you think are some of the things that you have to change?
Disclaimer: he's not speaking for everybody.
He's speaking for none of y'all.
I'm speaking for myself.
Exactly.
So for me, well, the first thing is me if I'm ready for it. You can't force no dude to jump into something they not ready for, or usually gonna be in a situationship for years.
That effect.
The second thing, men like women who are independent, who aren't clingy, who don't rely on you for everything. So for me, like if I find somebody that's independent, doing their own thing, somebody that I don't have to text 24/7 throughout the day, I'm like, okay, let's see if I can, take it to the next step with this person. Of course, they gotta be have their own little relationship, not little, have their own relationship with God. Funny and could cook, and that booty meat. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Disclaimer:
For
he is
what?
speaking for himself.
Speaking for myself.
This is not a representation.
That's a cherry on top. No, I'm just playing. Look, honestly, like relationship with God, down to earth, humble, and funny.
But you was being serious about the booty meat, though.
A little bit, yeah. A little serious.
Yeah.
Nah,
What
I
you,
wasn't
Lance?
too serious. But
I don't know nothing about no situationships because whenever I talk to someone, it's a relationship. Boom. I swear. But to say that, I do find women that, that I'm genuinely into. So I'm not just like, I'll talk to somebody that's like, oh, I want to get in a relationship with this person. Like I have to vibe with you at one point. You got to be cute too. So yeah, I don't really know nothing about no situationships. They got all the gems. I'm usually in relationships, so I'm new to the game. Like I don't even. I struggle trying to slide in DMs. Like I forgot how to do that. Like real talk. Like it's all new to me. So, just trying to learn as I go.
So like, what exactly? Just kind of segues into like what I wanted to get into anyway. What exact qualities you touched on it a little bit? What exact qualities you looking for in a woman for you to like get back into your bag, which is being in relationships?
Well, first and foremost, I look for loyalty and support.
Boom.
Especially as an artist, like I gotta have that support. Like I gotta know 100% that you support whatever it is that I'm doing. That's first and foremost. Actually, that's really all it is: loyalty and support, and to know that you love me for who I am. That's really the top three, and everything else, we could work with. But if you got loyalty, support, and if I know for a fact you love me for who I am, we good to go.
and cute.
Nope.
Okay, maybe
Oh
not.
yeah.
Maybe not.
I mean, yeah.
You don't
gotta
have to
be
be cute.
No. Time out.
It's what's on the inside, not the out.
That's important though. It is what's on the inside, but you gotta be
Not
cute
for
too.
me.
Like you ain't gotta have a fat ass, all that. You know what I'm saying? But I do like me some
Beauty's
cute
in the eye of the
women. You feel
beholder,
me?
man. As long as you think they're attractive,
All that matters, bro.
They gotta be attractive.
Nah, but what about that? But piggybacking on that, that's important because it's a lot of, I'll just be frank, it's a lot of niggas out here that do that. Like, they date women that they gonna get approval from other niggas for. And that's, y'all fucking game up.
you
when
got
y'all
dating,
do that.
dating
Like,
girls for other niggas. Bro.
It's people really do that. Like, they be trying to get approval on their girl from their homies and stuff. And if they homies don't give them a good report card on it, then, it don't matter how they really feel about them. They turn around and just like, nah, my homie's not fooling with her. I can't.
That shit corny.
Like, nah, that's
shit
y'all messing
corny.
the game up with that. I don't co-sign no part of that game. But just kind of segueing into that with y'all. Y'all two in relationships. I'm married. Lake already gave a good description of,
What's up?
what he wants in a woman. Primarily the booty meat. But so being you in a relationship, Austin, you married, whichever one of y'all want to go first, what was it that led y'all to taking that leap into the relationships that y'all in and still in for a long time now?
Cause first of all, Shorty didn't play that shit. First and foremost. Like, so, what we doing? But no, even being more serious though. Like for me, it was first of all, y'all know me. I don't deal with idiots. Like if you don't have some sort of like passing level of intellect.
Y'all are the smartest people I know.
Both of y'all.
I swear, bro. I know a kid is smart because she with you.
She gotta be.
I can look at her and I'll be like, yeah, I can tell you're an intelligent person.
Like that's one of the biggest things for me.
What are
Is
the giveaways?
It's just a vibe. It's a
the
feeling.
way
Yeah.
the way they talk and stuff.
Short
too.
conversation. I'm like, yeah, I know you're smart.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing for me. Was like some. All right.
That's what he said. I'm gonna catch it when I watch it though. Go ahead, Jordan.
But yeah, intelligence is, like I said, is a big thing with me. First and foremost, off rip. Secondly, also is I pay attention to not how well you treat me, but how well you treat others around you, especially when they don't owe you shit. So it's like if I can see, like I always tell people, it's like, yo, the way people, like if someone is interested in you, they're always gonna give you their best foot forward.
Facts.
So you can't always look at that because you don't know what they're hiding or what it is that whatever. But you pay attention to how they treat other people around them, their other friends, strangers, whatever the case may be. If you see that they are treating other people, with the respect of just a regular person, they're going to treat you right as well. And you don't have to worry about that. So I pay attention to like little intangible things like that. Intelligence, how you treat other people. And then ultimately she, Key, she, what I'm saying, put in effort, which I'm not going to say I'm not used to, but at the same time, it's just like, it's always refreshing to see. It's like, hey, I'm gonna do this. I'm like, okay, that, and that also made me okay. Well, if you want, let's go, boom, boom, over here. Meet effort with effort type thing. So it was almost like a no-brainer type ish.
This man just dropped my computer.
Every episode Jordan is talking.
Some dumb shit happened every episode, bro.
That was good. So I said, like, hey, I was trying to figure out what to do with it. I was like, man, I got to put it on the floor. It's in the shot. It's all good though.
See,
Nah,
I forgot what I was gonna say now. Shit, y'all go ahead.
Nah, but that was good. Info.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Austin.
Honestly, I don't know. Don't know. I was 19 at the time. You know what I'm saying? So what I was attracted to then at 19 when I met Fantasia is not what is keeping us together now, because it's been 8 years that we've been together. So what I was looking for at 19, I probably have like a different set of requirements every year. And it's not like, oh, you got to jump through this hoop now, you got to jump through this hoop now. But as we grow and as I change, our needs change. You know what I'm saying? So while I was 19, at the time, you know what I'm saying, she was cool, beautiful, and low-key, low maintenance. Perfect for me. Like, that's, as far as low maintenance is the number one thing for me.
I'll say that too. Go ahead.
But then, shoot, man, we got married, and then we get a kid. It's like, all right, I don't really care about that no more. Now I need you to be a dope mother. I need you to be patient. I need you to be kind. And the kids get a little bit older. You know what I'm saying? I grow up. I'm more mature. And now I'm like, all right, shoot. Now I need you to, you know what I'm saying? I need you to do this. I ain't going to say what this is. But anyway, I think overall, like what we look for, I think this is a good note for everybody to take. Like what we look for oftentimes, it evolves, yeah. So that's why you gotta, like the 3 things that I make my decisions on consistently is like love, loyalty, and respect. Like those are principles that I make my decisions on. And if no matter how long I live, if I made a decision based on that, then I know I'm gonna be cool with it. So as long as that's the foundation, it's going to Fantasia and the needs and requirements we have of each other are going to continue to evolve over time. But as long as that foundation is met, then you know what I'm saying.
That's dope.
It ain't gonna matter.
Yeah, I mean, y'all said a lot of what I was gonna say. Attractive, low maintenance, just really dope person in general are the things that I not just look for, but that I have. Obviously, I have a beautiful wife. She's a really dope person, as anybody that knows her can attest to.
Yeah.
And my dog.
My dog.
She will
boy.
throw them hands when it's time.
That is my dog, boy.
Feel me? Hey.
Shambeezy.
Hey, shout out to Shannon. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Fantasia. Shout out to Key. You feel me?
Shout out to
Shout out to
Y'all
all
got
of
some
them.
dope women in y'all
I got a
lives.
question for y'all though. Y'all know how this happens a lot. So mom picked up the kids from school, and all of the teachers thought that she was Fantasia's mom. People always say that her and Fantasia look alike. Drew, I know you get that a lot too. I'm not sure if you've gotten that yet. Do you think that subconsciously, like, we was looking, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Somebody like our
for
mom.
someone like our mom? Yeah.
I mean,
To some degree.
I don't know.
some degree.
I don't think so. I didn't go into dating Shannon thinking, oh, she's just like mom.
But
They share a lot of the same qualities, and like there's pictures that they've taken next to each other where they say that looks like my mom's daughter. And I guess I don't know. Maybe it is subconscious that I don't even know about, but I mean, I'm sure it has some sort of impact. We like, especially for us, that's the only woman that we grew up with our whole lives.
I think
so.
we all do, man. I think we all do it. Like,
Expound
at the
on
end of
that,
the day. I could expound on just like some girlfriends that I've had in the past. So our mother, she's very sweet, kind, very gentle person, but at the same time, she could whoop your ass. If
See the last podcast.
right.
refer to the last podcast for some stories. And I think some of the women that I've dealt with in the past have been just like that. And unknowing to me, like when I think about it, I'm like, dang, maybe that is what we're looking for. Maybe that's all we know. So when we recognize that in somebody else, we gravitate towards it.
Yep.
To that point as well, like when we see those things, we gravitate towards that. And when we see like the opposite traits, we repel against that.
Right.
Like we don't, like when we see, I guess, I don't want to get into like specifics, but like
don't get in trouble.
But when you see like, it's just certain like qualities that you'll see, like if like a woman is like just mean or
Like for us, like just excessively argumentative and aggressive for no reason. Like,
Super dumb.
I can't do it, bro. If you're from New York, stay away. Dang, Drew.
Shannon spent a lot of time in Georgia. But I'll just play. But nah, honestly, man, I do be seeing some videos. They be like, man, they talk to you like.
I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna say I shy away from that. I just gravitate more towards, the type of person our mother is. I'm all for other type of women. You know, if you're a little mouthy, that's cool. You know, you just never mind. I think you just gotta find a way to just deal with everybody and accept who they are. So
Absolutely.
to that point, once you find somebody, like none of us are perfect. Nobody we deal with is perfect.
Yeah, that's it.
So you just pretty much got to deal with, whatever flaws that the woman that you committed to comes with, and they got to deal with whatever flaws that you come with.
There you go.
Like it's all about the commitment. It's all about the sacrifice, which we spoke about earlier. And it's all about just, being in lockstep and on one accord. There's going to be situations where you guys are on like a downturn, so to say. Things aren't going as well as you would like for them to go. And there may be times where you even feeling like, man, what am I doing? Like, what's going on? But the most important part is just when you get to the point where you center yourself and you understood what you got into the relationship for, and you highlight all the good qualities in the woman that you're with or that you like wanted to be with for the rest of your life and all that. So
Because the good always outweigh the bad if you choose
Always.
the right person.
always.
that's something I learned at a later date. Like, as I got older, out of college. College, I was on some bullshit, but that's another story. But yeah, as you get older, you learn certain things. You get wiser, and then you realize, okay, once you argue with a shorty, you don't have to think about, man, I'm about to break up with her. There's just certain things that you go through that you're gonna go through with everybody.
With
You're
everybody.
gonna go through something with everybody, no matter who you with. So
No matter.
I guess you just gotta find out that person who you want to deal with.
And when it comes to marriage, you got to be with somebody who's like committed. Like y'all got to go into it saying divorce is not an option.
Yep.
And y'all got to live and die by that.
Yep.
Straight up.
No matter what you go through.
We had a counselor, a premarital counselor, and that was the first thing he told us. Like divorce is not an option. Then we, got into, some things, just leading up to the wedding date and all that. And he was dope. So divorce is not an option. And if you with a girl that you planning on marrying or whatever, go into it with that mindset. And y'all gonna make it through whatever it is that y'all, whatever tumultuous situations y'all have.
That's facts. Because the storms never last forever.
Never.
It seems like they would though. But I done been in some. I've been married for 8 years, bro. We done seen some times. But then I've gotten to the point now where even if tomorrow like a storm hit and I'm just like, stay far away from me. You go over there. I'm gonna go over here. Even in that moment, I know that soon like it's gonna be over. So don't do nothing stupid in the meantime. That's going. You know what I'm saying?
And I think kind of to piggyback off that, it's a very, very, very damn good point. And I think this, like for me personally, kind of being single for so long, kind of helped in this aspect for me, especially when dealing with my relationship now is like two things. One, communication is extremely, 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 extremely important. And y'all know me. I'm not the best communicator.
You're probably not.
I know I'm not. I'll own up to it. I'm not the best communicator for a plethora of reasons.
He used to be a trash texter, my nigga.
Used to be.
Still, he ain't that bad with me. I don't know about y'all.
I'm a terrible texter.
See, I'm normally decent with my brothers. So like damn near anybody else.
It's not that you're a bad communicator. You're not an open person. That's what it is.
That's also part of it.
Yeah.
And when it comes to being in a relationship and being with your partner, like you can't be a completely closed off individual.
Half ass.
You just can't be. It's impossible. Either you're gonna open to your shorty and actually give her a chance to know you and learn you and respond to you the ways you want to be and need to be.
Vulnerability.
Or you're gonna continue to be closed off and blame the world as to why people can't understand you.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that because I used to be one of those people where it's like, oh, people don't understand me. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, I'm not trying to give people the opportunity to understand me for whatever reason. Either I let people in and they hurt me. It's like, okay, I don't want nobody this close no more, or I'm just conspiracy theories, whatever the case may be. Like, you ain't gonna treat me right, whatever. But the next thing I wanted to get to was let me get it together. Give me a second.
You got it.
Yeah, I got it because you said it.
Take your time.
I believe in you.
What was the last thing you said? Y'all remember?
The storm don't last forever. You gotta be patient. You know what I'm saying?
That okay, boom.
Yes,
So
sir.
He got it.
I told you, man. You just got to bring it back. The one thing that helped me with being single so long was being able to pinpoint, especially where there's argument wise or whatever, what's worth it and what's not worth it.
How did that?
So like for me, I'm sitting like if I'm in a situation with like say with a girl that I'm not with or whatever, they're have an issue or they're mad or we're just having communication, just miscommunication, whatever the case may be. The thing I normally ask myself, whatever the issue is, whatever the problem is okay, is this going to matter a week from now? Is this going to matter a month from now? Is this going to matter a year from now? And that'll determine how I respond to said person about whatever it is that we're talking about.
Damn,
so if it's like,
question. I'll be asking myself that sometimes. I'll be like, yeah, it is gonna matter a year from now.
if it was like, okay, it's time. If I gotta buck up and really like put some bass on my voice and really like get into something, I'm gonna see here as okay, the consequences of this could be this, and that. Is these consequences gonna be worth it a week from now?
Oh, you smart.
If not,
Calculated.
I'm always calculated. So it's like, let me find a different way to approach conversations. And that's kind of like what helped me to like really open up my communicative approaches with women and with other people.
So how long does it take you to realize all that in the midst of a conversation?
Like that?
It's like that moment. It's like That's So Raven when she like.
It's literally like it's like that.
And then you go back and like, no, I ain't gonna go back.
Honestly,
that way.
no, here's the secret. Like people like people think it's like when we do this, it's like men might be lying. Like people ask you a question, you're like, huh? You heard exactly what the fuck they said.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just need that real quick second to really get like your words together. That's literally all the time.
For me, like if I hear
all the time it
something,
takes.
I'll be like, I'll take a deep breath. and then I'll start talking.
Exactly.
I need a little time to respond.
I need at least a day before I start to express
I
myself.
need a day too. It takes me so long. Like I remember my past relationship. Man, she's a Spelman woman. She's smart, so she coming at me. And I don't know what to say. I need like a day or two to, be able to collect my thoughts, to be able to say what it is that I want to say. Because if I say something off the jump, it's not going to be exactly what it is that I want to say.
Yeah.
So I could.
You gotta take notes when you talking to your girls.
Gotta take notes. And it takes me a while to take notes. Y'all know me.
That's
bro.
why you gotta have arguments via text message, bro.
take me a
Don't do it in person. Text message. I got time. My phone died. I lost. So you gotta give yourself time, bro.
I need time, bro.
Fantasia know that. If me and Fantasia ever get like an argument or something and we need to resolve it, all right, 24 hours, 48 hours.
Let's not do this face to face.
Let's get back to it, because I don't ever want to, like, the one thing that you can't take back, especially with women, like, remember everything, bro. If you say something that hurts their feelings, bro,
It's over.
if the situation could be completely unrelated, but if I'd be like, man, you stupid. Like if I said that, the situation she'll forget about, but she'll always remember that her car is stupid. Yep. And then it's like, damn, like I wish I didn't say that. So yeah, words, man, they remember everything. Everything.
That's a fact.
Facts. So
Yeah.
So yeah, Drew.
I've learned that the hard way a couple times. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me.
Your girl from New York.
Hey,
New York.
she a real one.
Hey, shout out to New York women. I wasn't trying to shout out to Fantasia first, just to make that clear. Shout out to Fantasia. Shout out to New York, like, cause I didn't want to shade y'all. I know y'all be mad aggressive. Shout out to Fantasia, and you know what I'm saying. New York woman, I'm sure y'all peaceful out there too.
Was you finna ask me?
I was just gonna ask, you know what I'm saying, it's Valentine's Day. You know, see if you guys had plans, you know. Anything special going on. Lake and Lance? Y'all got any plans, man?
I'm at the crib with
For
it.
me personally, I mean, I'm gonna figure something out. I always end up, coming through in the clutch.
Last minute game.
But I mean, I don't want to say like everything last minute, but like, why am I losing my train of thought right now? Somebody
That
else.
Martell. I've been drinking that Martell.
Hold on, it'll come back just like Jordan said. It'll come back.
Hey, Lance, what's up with you, man?
What's up with me?
You not sliding in no DMs? You not?
Nah, honestly, I'm working on myself, man.
Okay.
You know, like I said in the last episode, I've been in a relationship since sophomore year for real, and even during them breaks, like I'm talking to
Sophomore
somebody.
year of
High school. It's been a minute, so like right now, I'm at the point where it's like, all right, you ain't never had that time for yourself to figure out like exactly, all right, who Lance is, what it is that Lance wants.
6 man is.
You know, I'm at a point now where it's like, all right, I know who I am, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that, but I never had that time because I was always in a relationship, and when you're always in a relationship, you know, you got to give pretty much a lot of yourself to the other person, you know. And
I will say this, though. If you with the right person, then it wouldn't matter. Because I've been in a relationship since sophomore year of high school as well. Pretty much back to back. And then I got married right afterwards. But when you're with the right person, they're not going to, like, I know you can relate. All y'all can relate. When you with the wrong person, that have you stifling parts of yourself that you don't want to expose because they might not like it or whatever the case is. So you conceal parts of yourself, but if you're with the right person, then they're going to help you thrive. They'll bring out 6 man, you know what I'm saying? They'll help you write your raps, and they'll be, you know what I'm saying, giving you plaques like what Ace Hood's wife did. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
right.
I agree to you. I agree with that, but at the same time, I feel like you have to know and love yourself before you jump into a relationship.
Do you love yourself?
I do. Okay. I very much do at this point, but I can't say that, you know, when I was in my, you know, previous relationships. So like now that I have this time, it's like, you know, I love exactly who it is that I am, and now it's like I can give the person that I know that I am, you know, because I love myself, I can give that to the person that I'm with next. You know, and I feel like that is a important part in a relationship. You gotta love yourself.
Man.
That's
'Cause
crazy.
How your girl gonna bring out the best part of you if you don't know
Exactly.
and love who you are yourself?
Exactly.
So, and that just comes with age, man. Getting wiser and wiser.
I
just said
remember
that
what I
for
was
you,
gonna
bro.
say earlier. No. Well, kinda, but not really. But I mean, that's like my wife. She helped me like find who I was and like love myself and push me. Not to say I didn't love myself before, but she's like when you with the right woman, it's not just about, you know, sacrificing and all that, but you know, they challenge you to become a better version of yourself, or
Right.
not just the best version of yourself
Exactly.
that you can be.
that's fact.
So just like even, you know, lately her like pushing me, giving me feedback on how I'm doing with the podcast, hosting and all that, like just having her by my side is a cheat code.
Yo, that's that support right there.
Yeah.
I'll definitely say this: a woman that's in your corner and that brings you more peace than you can give yourself is a woman worth
That's
keeping.
what I got.
It's a cheat code, bro.
Like,
and the
bro.
wrong one is a glitch. Straight up.
Worse than a glitch.
Shut down the game. But nah,
Yeah, man.
I remember what I was gonna say about like Valentine's plans. So like when I guess with COVID, it's been like hard for us to like we'll get babysitting and then we'll go out, try to find somewhere. We go to a restaurant, see it's crowded, we turn our asses right back around, getting back in the car. Because we're real like strict with the guidelines. So it's like trying to figure out what we're gonna do this year has been a little challenge for me just because the the nature of the world right now, what's going on. Like, it ain't like it was before, how we can just, go and book a reservation somewhere where we feel like we're going to have a good time.
Get you a
It
hotel
forces
room.
you. I mean, I could, but I'm not going to do that. Anyways. First, I don't even know if we're going to get babysitting, for one. And, like, for two, it kind of, like, which is dope. And I came up with the idea a couple of weeks ago because we had a situation where we got babysitting. We went out and didn't do nothing. So we both came home a little upset. It's like, dang, man, why we keep going out if we just going to end up right back at the house and not doing nothing? So it forces me to be more creative and being able to plan some dope stuff. So even probably a couple weeks ago when we got the babysitting, we ended up doing that. I brainstormed some ideas, and it was a dope date night at the crib. So I don't know if that's what we're going to end up doing. I'm obviously not going to tell my wife what I got planned on the podcast, but
For sure.
just the fact that, I enjoy being creative as it is. So if I come up with some dope idea for us to do on Valentine's Day, then we'll figure it out. But I don't know what I'm doing yet.
If you happen to come up with 2 ideas, just let me know.
I got you.
It's hard out here, man.
Slide that my way.
It's a hard time for y'all. Let me know how that goes.
It's all right, man. Oh, y'all, is cuffing season over now, right?
Huh? None. Yeah, cuffing season over. We going into the summer. You feel me? I'm trying to get Jamaica ready. I've been in the gym. No, I'm just playing. Man, really, this is the time. It's cold. It's about to snow next weekend.
I saw that.
Get you somebody to cuddle with, man.
I saw that.
Man, go ahead and slide you in 1 or 2
What
DMs.
could we
Slide
talk
some
about
DMs,
that's more? I don't know. Do y'all feel like we've honored the ladies enough?
I was gonna get to that, but go ahead. What you got?
No, I don't have anything particular. I'm just asking a question. I think we've honored our women.
Let's honor,
Kind of enough, but it's like, we said at the beginning, hey, this is for the ladies, but we've also talked, relationships is, for men and women. So it's like, let's kind of transition a little bit.
I mean, shouts out to, more specifically, black women.
Facts.
Yeah,
Black
it's on my
women,
top
we
of
got
the
so
list.
much
Since
love
that's what
for
we
y'all.
on.
Yeah, that's what we're going to talk about.
Go ahead and start.
I haven't been with any other. I lied. I already lied. I love black women. I plan on marrying a black woman. There's no other type of woman out there other than them. Like, I don't know, the love that they provide, the strength that they have. I don't know, man. It's just something different about black women that is like, man, I can't have nothing else. I'm talking like
just
they're
different.
like an item or possession, but like like for lack of better words, like
They're an asset,
no other
bro.
type of woman I would rather have than a black woman
Absolutely.
in my life, man. Just
Absolutely.
being a black man in today's society too, like they really have our backs, and we really need to show them more love.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the most disrespected
Overall.
woman in the world is a black woman. So
Right.
we want to do our part and make sure that we show them that the love they deserve. Obviously, all of us, we were birthed and raised by black women, black grandparents,
Beautiful
obviously.
black queen.
Married to black women. So what are some of the things that y'all love most about black women? Lake touched on his, but what about y'all? What y'all got?
They ain't scared to get us together when it's
Feisty.
mating
They
time.
are not scared to get us
Spicy.
together. They will make you uncomfortable. They will challenge you, but it's all for the better,
And it's like I don't understand men who can't appreciate that. I guess is what I'm trying to get to. It's like
Insecure.
weak, whatever you want to call it.
soft. What else you got?
Charmin. Cottonelle. All that.
Like, I understand some people have the mindset of, they want their woman to, bend to their wills and whatever the case may be. That's soft, you guys. That's real weak. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing like having a strong black woman behind you to make you better than what you were yesterday.
Right.
And like, I'm not saying you can't do it yourself, because trust me, we know how to get to it if it's time to get to it. But even still, even the heights that we can reach ourselves ain't nothing compared to what a black woman can take us to.
As a black man.
As a black man,
As a black man.
I can't go to any race.
I mean,
What
I don't
was
wanna
that?
say, man.
I don't know.
No, I was just gonna say, I feel that for anybody that I was, of course, I'm not trying to halt the black women. Of course, I'm just saying, black women.
No, we are.
I'm just saying they're superior.
We-
so if
no.
there are any other races that
No,
fetishize
the next
and
episode
love
is
black
with Dr.
women,
Umar Johnson. I want.
I would say the black women can help out any and everybody. That's what I was getting at.
I would say my favorite trait, quality that all black women possess. It's kind of like on the other side of the coin. Like while they can, like, you know what I'm saying, which is like get you together, like the opposite is true. Like they can nurture and love with the soft, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I've only had one experience with a black woman, and that's Fantasia. But I'm
You stupid. I guess that's what we appreciate, like the fact that
I
they
love
can
my
switch it
wife.
anytime.
code switching, man. Code switching. But
Man,
no, it's just love. They love the love is multifaceted. It's not just one dimensional where it's just like I'm gonna get you together and this is something that you need to hear. It's, you know, it can be that if necessary, but it's also like, you know what I'm saying? The way I feel about it, to be completely honest, if I'm out and I have a tough day, or if I get pulled over by the police and have a negative interaction, which has happened, I feel like there's nobody that can console me the same way that a black woman can. That my wife can. My bad, bro. I'm snagging all the gems.
Hey, talk your shit.
Like that. Also, hurry up and shut up so I can get my shit up.
It's too late.
Nah, go ahead.
But yeah, man, when I come home, you know what I'm saying, from dealing with the world, man, I just feel like there's nobody that can really like make me forget about everything except for the love and care of the black woman that I'm with. You know what I'm saying? That's what I love and respect the most.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I have to piggyback now.
Go ahead.
But, now, what I was gonna say was, nobody understands a black man like the black woman. Mm-hmm. Like, period. Like just what you alluded to as far as like the things that we deal with in this country, the racism, the interactions with the police, the things that happen within our own community. Nobody understands that like the black woman does. So because of that, they're able to nurture properly. They're able to love and care properly. They're able to mother properly. It's no better feeling for me just to know that I got a black woman by my side.
That's facts.
Through thick and thin, right or wrong, left or right. We just,
And we ain't on no Dr. Umar. Like, we ain't got no problem with interracial relationships. We ain't got no problem with, you know what I'm saying, whatever race woman dealing with a black man or a black woman dealing with whatever race man. Like, if that suits you, that suits you. That's what's up. We love black women.
Facts.
At
in
this
general,
table.
period.
Yeah.
And we just want to give, the glory to black women because they don't get enough of it. Period. And I mean, even like some black men.
I give glory to God for making black women. I'll say that.
That's a fact.
There you go.
That's a fact. But yeah, even in our community, we had a history of, tearing down the black women. And now we're in a phase, which I think is dope, just in general, as a country, as a community in general. We still have our flaws in that regard, but we're more cognizant to uplifting our black women rather than tearing them down and all the, the medias that we have.
Right.
I mean, I think, fortunately, we live in a day and age where we're able to truly see the power of the black woman. Like, the vice president of the United States is a black woman. You got Stacey Abrams out here flipping states.
Holding it down.
I think it's hard now to not appreciate how powerful and sophisticated the black woman is. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're doing so much more than just raising children and making homes. They've always done much more, and they've always deserved appreciation for what they do. Because, be honest, making a home or whatever you want to call it, homemaker, raising kids, that's the hardest thing you could possibly do. You know what I'm saying? So doing what black women doing that on top of the things that they're doing now, it's like, come on, how could you not see it? Michelle Obama.
Shouts out to.
I got so much respect for her.
So much respect. You feel me? Shouts out
There's
to
a lot
the-
of those
shout out
icons
to-
are out. You got Michelle Obama, Stacey Abrams. Who else? I mean, you can even go as far as and I'd say like Chloe and Halle. Mm-hmm. If I'm saying it right, Chloe and Halle Bailey. Halle's about to do the Little Mermaid. Chloe's coming into her own woman or whatever now, for ICC. But it's like these kids are looking up majorly to black people, and you say black women. You know what I'm saying? You have like your Serena Williams. You have you have so many examples that people follow. Beyonce,
Cicely Tyson, R.I.P. man. R.I.P. Maya Angelou, R.I.P.
Yeah, there's
All
a
these
bunch.
staples.
Like they have so many role models and examples to look after and model themselves behind, and there's so many great examples. Going through the decades and all of that. it's like, and just seeing it now, especially in the social media age, and how we get so much information loaded into us at one time, like just being able to see, what I'm saying, we got a black vice president, being able to see, like you said, Stacey Abrams being able to be in the power position and doing the stuff that she's done, seeing Chloe and Halle coming up, just as young stars now. Imagine what they're going to be, later down the line, being mentored by a Beyonce who has already reached that status. Just seeing so many examples that are, out here in our culture, and seeing, people, being good examples for them to model behind is a beautiful thing. It's very beautiful.
Happy Valentine's Day to the black woman.
Even to those that aren't seen, like I remember at my last job, I worked for a government.
Don't say the name
Don't
of this
say
job.
Government agency. And there were a few black women in charge of our department, and it just makes me think back, like, damn, like the impact that black women really have on this world. Black women really make Atlanta run. Like, y'all don't even know, like, black women really be running them departments, just across the board. So
We believe it.
shouts out, y'all.
Black women definitely deserve better, man. We wish we could love all y'all. Honestly, unfortunately,
All of
I
them.
can't. I'm
You Wayne, bro?
I just want y'all to know I'm
mean,
definitely getting in trouble at the end of this episode.
It is what it is. We love black women in general. Obviously, we got one that we committed to, that we're gonna spend the rest of our lives with. Those that are, married and in our relationships and all that. We can, acknowledge that without,
Being disrespectful.
being disrespectful or all that. So, we love our black women. We appreciate y'all. So that's what we got. Y'all got any closing
Actually,
thoughts?
I do. I got one more thing that we can kind of tap into. How do y'all feel are ways that we can, I guess, make love for black women more tangible, if that makes sense? Like, what kind of things can, especially us as black men, do to, further show that we do love and appreciate the black woman?
Man, the best thing I can do is love my black woman. Okay. I love y'all, and I wish you the best.
Individually, it's hard to say. As a group, we
not
need to stop beating our women. We need to step up as fathers, financially, emotionally, support our black women, support, in the workplace, because in the workplace they go through a lot of trouble, a lot of sexual harassment, different things that we're all used to, but just in general, support them out loud, love them out loud, show them that we care, because right now they don't feel it.
That's true.
And I think to piggyback off that, because when you said out loud,
Yeah,
I think that's the
that's what I
biggest
was
thing.
gonna say.
I was going to more so go along the lines of protecting them, out loud and in public. Because, being a black woman in America is already a double negative as it is. And so, why is it always something happening?
Nah, you go get this one after this one over.
We're going to have a private podcast.
Heard.
Night 5 after dark. We're gonna have a night 5 after dark. Coming soon.
We're going to release it later.
Independent.
See how much time we got left on the camera. We recorded a snippet or something.
But nah, go ahead, George.
Yeah, nah, just making sure that we're out here publicly, protecting our black women. You know what I'm saying? It's already a double negative. They go through, a lot of the things that they go through, and oftentimes, a lot of us saying that, hey, we support our black women, we care, we love our black women, and we'll say it to them, in whatever ways. But when it comes down to actually putting it to practice, putting it to action, putting the practice into action, it's like, that's why I feel like some of the disconnect may be, especially to some black women who feel like they don't feel protected or they don't feel loved and stuff like that. So it just goes to, hey, when the time arises for them to be protected, to be loved, and all the things that we're talking about,
Rise to the
us as
occasion.
black men actually go out there and do that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying put yourself in harm's, in life's danger, nothing like that. But I am saying, responding kind.
I think it's a multi-generational problem, and I think we need to do a really good job of being intentional about raising our sons to love and respect black women. That's something that I do with Camden a lot. It starts with his sisters. You know what I'm saying? Like, I drill that into him at an early age. But across the line, man, everybody who has a black son right now, like, you know what I'm saying, really teach them to love, respect, and honor, black women in general. Because as y'all know, time flies by so fast. It's just going to be an instant before these kids are 20, 25, 30, leading to conversations on culture and race and everything else. So investing in them, teaching them how to respect black women is the best long-term solution on putting black women on a pedestal that they deserve to be on.
Yeah, I agree. What I was gonna say was, like you guys said, just public acknowledgement and making sure you're defending them in public, just having their back. The most important thing that we could do is like the first step is to listen to them, like listen to what they have to say, understand where they're coming from, understand what they think could be done better to, uplift them as a whole. And once we're able to like listen to what they need or their needs, then we'll be able to better execute on the things that we can do to uplift them all. Because I don't think we've done a good job. We're getting better at it, but I don't think we've done a good job at like listening to them and letting them tell the world what it is that they need. Like we may see it online and scroll right past it to the next Instagram post or the next tweet, and instead of like we can kind of be more proactive on what they're saying that they need from us and what they want from us, so they can feel more empowered themselves instead of feeling like they're the most disrespected human on earth. We want them to feel like they're the most powerful being on earth, because they really are.
That's a fact, bro.
They're
Like,
just that the most powerful being on earth is the black woman. And I mean, you can shift it however you want. Like black people in general, we shift the culture, and all of us are born from a woman. Period. That's just a fact. It's point blank. So
Yeah.
that's what I got. What you got, Lance?
Yeah, man.
Honestly, man, this episode, I'm really just a sponge right now. Like, my mind's in two different places. So, everything that y'all are saying right now, like, I'm kind of just, like, soaking in.
which
like,
two different places are your mind in?
Why you do that?
Why you do that?
He's trying to soak up and he's trying to talk.
No, real talk. Like, I'm soaking everything up that y'all are saying because, dang, bro, I didn't want
Hey, man, y'all don't want me to be a
I didn't want
moderator.
to get too deep into it.
Go ahead, man. That's what we had a podcast for.
But no, I'm just thinking about the previous relationships that I've been in. So I haven't been too talkative this episode because I'm, like I said, my mind's in two different places. So I'm thinking about all the things that you're saying, and I'm thinking about some of the things that I could do better in the relationships that I'm in. Like I said in the last episode, like I'm a relationship dude. So we're talking about relationships. We're talking about black women. I'm always in relationship with black women. So I'm sitting here just soaking in all the information that you guys have. You guys are married. I want to get eventually to the point that, you guys are at. So I'm really just sitting here just like listening to y'all. Like, I don't really have much feedback, but,
That's real.
I mean, I'm just hearing y'all, man, and I'm reflecting on the past relationships that I had, wondering where I could get better, where I
got something
could
for you.
improve, you know what I'm saying? So
That's real.
What did you hear in this conversation that you're gonna apply in your future relationships? I know I'm putting the spotlight on you, but
No,
There you
cool,
go.
it's cool.
Give him that spotlight.
We say we're gonna keep it real on here, so
So I think I alluded to it. It wasn't really what y'all was saying, but I was alluding to it. Was the fact that you gotta love yourself. Like, and I'm hammer that down because previous relationships, just keep it real. Like, I didn't love myself the way that I should have in a relationship, because when you don't feel a certain way about yourself, it's gonna project into your relationship, and your partner's gonna feel that. So that's the most important thing. What Jordan was talking about, he talked about communication. I know my communication was kind of lackluster in a few of my relationships, and I know that's something that I could improve on. So when I hear you talk about communication, we alluded to this in the last episode too. Y'all my older brothers, I look up to you. So when you say communication, it's like, all right, I need to work on my communication too, because I know that's something that I, lacked in previous relationships. So communication, making sure that I love myself, are the two most important things in my opinion. Because if you don't have those two things, your relationship is always going to suffer.
Right.
Especially if you don't love yourself.
Those who resonated with you the most.
Exactly. That's what. Yeah. Exactly. So, of course, I love my black queens. Everything that y'all do for me. All my relationships, I had black women, and in each of my relationships, they challenged me at some point.
Hey, shout out to Lance's exes, man.
Specifically, my last relationship, like I was really, really challenged, and I had conversations with y'all. It's like, man, I don't know, but in hindsight, like I can look back, it's like I know it's like you challenged me, you wanted the best for me, and
It's
you
all
can't
love.
really ask for anything other than that. If you got someone that's challenging you, that's someone that supports you and someone that loves you. I mean, what else can you ask for? So
Because if you're not with
this
somebody,
relationship, I'm just sitting here and reflecting, hearing y'all, soaking it all in. So I was a little quiet, but that's what's going through my mind right now.
You played the little brother card.
Yeah.
it's all good. I mean, just to kind of close it out, if you're not with somebody who challenges you, like, what are you really doing? Like, how do you expect to improve and become a better person if you're trying to improve every day of your life and you're with somebody who is just okay with the status quo? Then you're never gonna uplift not only just yourself, but just how you gonna lift your family if you can't uplift yourself and you don't have nobody who challenges you.
Can I say
That's
one more?
crazy.
Go ahead.
That's how most people are. They don't want to be uplifted. They don't want to get better. They don't want to be challenged. And that's like what Jordan said. They'll gravitate to someone who accepts them for who they are.
Right.
And that's what we want. But also, they don't challenge them to become something better.
And that's what I hear from people who say black women are problematic. What I hear from that is you don't want to grow. You don't want to be challenged. You don't want someone who's going to force you or challenge you to be the best version of yourself.
Exactly.
And this is where I want to say to the fellas out there, y'all got to learn how to get out of your own way. Because I know me personally, that's something even I have to work on. Because if all of y'all know, I don't like being told shit.
Not at all, bro.
Like even if I'm about to do something, I know I got to do it. You tell me to do it, I'm not gonna do it.
Trying to do it.
I'm not gonna do it. Like that shit's not gonna happen. Like you tell me, hey, you should.
Story of my life.
Bro, like I don't know what it is, but it's like
Yeah. I
even
think
if
we all
it's
got
coming from a
that.
good place, like sometimes we just have this innate ability to just turn
story
shit off or
Yeah.
to turn the communication off. Like
Life.
we ain't trying to hear that shit, but sometimes you really just got to get out of your own way.
Yeah.
And like, as you said earlier, sometimes we just got to listen to them, even if it's not just them. Us listening to their problems, their plight, and all that. Sometimes listen to what the fuck they're telling you.
Exactly.
Because they might be telling something that is gonna help you grow, that's beneficial to you, and whether you like it or not, is gonna help you in the long run.
Right.
And sometimes we just get in our own way of oh, this is how I'm used to it. This is how I want to do it. This is how I like to do it. So I'm gonna do it my way when it's to your detriment.
Right.
Trying to help.
Yeah.
They're just trying to help sometimes.
Especially when you got someone that
They want, you know what I'm saying?
tripping.
They want you to be equally yoked with them,
Yeah,
and you out here
yeah,
not
yeah.
even trying to get better for them. So like you really hurting her in the process.
And the fact that she
Right,
with
right.
you, knowing
And she
that
staying
you're
with your
not,
dumb ass.
not
Like-
better. Or
Hey,
at
that
the
was
same
a
level.
big one, Jordan. That was a big one, man. Get out your own way.
You gotta
man.
get out your
Own way.
I will say that they're not all like that.
No, I mean,
No.
that's,
They're not.
I only wanted to put that out there because there are those situations where you have an upstanding black male who does want to do better, who wants to love black women, but then she may not be whole herself, and she ends up dragging him down.
that's not what this episode's about.
Yeah, but it's
And if that is a problem, then I guess it's up to the black man to then step into that role to help them become better.
Yeah, that's
You feel me? Get
Sure.
them right.
right, exactly. Yeah.
I
just-
I didn't want to come out. I didn't want to get into man bashing. That's all. Kind of saw it going down there.
it's not men bashing. This is like I said, it's really
women
it's just
uplifting.
helping. I didn't say anything bad, but said, hey, just get out of your own way. You know what I'm saying? Like we want to have a podcast about, hey, how do we feel certain? We can do that. But like I said, with this particular episode, it's like, hey, let's actually honor the black women or honor women in general. Let's get it twisted. Let's not get it twisted.
Black women.
Women, we love y'all, but black women,
Women.
we you know what I'm saying? We're black. We were raised to love black women. Our mothers are black women. We love black women. So
Right.
we're gonna tailor more to black women. That's just what it is, and hopefully you don't feel offended by it.
You can. We don't care. We don't. Do we?
Hey,
I
don't relate.
I don't care. I'm just,
care.
I wasn't gonna say it.
I couldn't care less.
But yeah, no, I just wanted to, like I said, just put it out there. For those, there's cases on both sides. I'm just speaking to this particular case.
I just wanted to acknowledge
Get out
that.
of
Yeah. Cool.
That's a different podcast for another day.
I'm down with that.
We can definitely do that. Though.
So
well, yeah, man, that was an enlightening episode. I hope we did the black women justice. We're going to go ahead and close it out. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all make sure y'all follow the page, Instagram and Twitter, _ the Mac 5. So, like I said, appreciate y'all tuning in. We out.
Doing all the things you said I couldn't. I know you won't believe me if I told you I'm a star in the making. Get more support from unfamiliar faces. No, I don't strive to be famous, but I'm not blocking any blessings. If that shit is up for offer, then you know I'ma take it. It got a few stipulations about my soul. I never give it to Satan at all. Money really be the reason that some of you fall. Doing shit just for abundance, but fuck what y'all been doing, cause I know my time is coming. I've been running and running. I came this far and I'm not seeing any reason to stop.